We're talking to a fantastic news anchor for the Today Show, Ann Curry, one of the most inspirational people around. Before we keep going forward, I got a little bone to pick with you. You know, I did a piece a few months back on a Today Show about being the chief executive of your own life, and the Today Show people want me to do it about dating, and you kind of gave me a hard time. Let's take a look.
But here's, Donnie, I gotta stop. Okay.
Go,
branding,
kid. Take your best shot.
Branding,
yeah.
Product, taking the product to market, marketing strategy. I mean, women want to believe that love is gonna happen.
Okay, first of all,
love is gonna happen. They don't want it to be so contrived.
Does she do, it's not contrived. In business, does she say, well, when my next customer comes, it'll come? No. What is wrong with her looking at herself? She's a fantastic woman. Thank you. Also looking at her own brand and saying, my unique brand proposition, what makes me more special than all the other special women, she's into entertaining, she's into cooking, she's into wine. Why not put herself in a go-to-market strategy?
Go-to-market?
Go-to-market strategy, absolutely. Where she goes to wine tastings, where when she goes on vacation, she doesn't go to a beach, she goes to a Napa wine tasting bike tour.
But why?
Why? Because every man there is going to be very attracted to a woman who's into wine and entertaining. That's just smart. All right, you gave me a hard time. You gave me a very hard time because—
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
You were basically, look, who are you to be telling these or trying to help these women? And I just would, you gave me a hard time.
I did. Well, you know what? I think that the reason I did that was not because I think that, but because I wanted to give you an opportunity to defend yourself, so that women out there who were thinking that, because I'm sure they were thinking that, would go, okay, yeah, so why should I listen to this guy? And then you did. You stepped up and you said, look, and you defended the premise. And then the women who came on supported that. You were right, because they benefited.
They did. Actually, believe it or not, last week in Miami, I ran into one of those women on the beach, and she said, I kid you not.
She's married?
One
What?
from Chicago. She's not married, but she's dating, and she's doing great. I think it was
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's terrific.
I want to also show a couple of your great moments. First, let's here's Ann bungee jumping, because you're out of your chair doing a lot of crazy stuff. Let's take a look at that. Now, there would be nothing that would be scary, and I literally would not do that. There's something to me about bungee jumping.
I was doing for Save the Children to raise money for them, and we raised something like, I don't know, 20 grand, something like that in a few seconds, so that was worth it. But I was scared. I was scared because, you know, I've jumped out of planes before, and that's far away. But here I can see where I would hit, which is not. But, you know, I think I learned a long time ago, life is about risk. Yeah. And only with real risk do great things happen. Some risks are stupid to take, and that may have been one of them. Some risks are worth it. And it was only because it was for a great charity, Save the Children, that I thought, you know what, this is worth it. And I checked out, look, I checked the thing out, and it was, had crossed, all the T's were crossed in terms of it being safe. So, but yeah, I'm just glad, oh my Lord, oh, good Lord, was the only thing that came out of my mouth when I fell down.
We talk a lot about risk on the show, that you have to embrace risk. How else have you done that in your career where, look, it could have been very easy to go this way, but you made the risky move and it paid off?
I think every turn.
Every turn.
Every turn. Covering the war in Iraq, every turn. Being willing to risk. I'll tell you what. You want to know? I'll tell you what. My brother died in the line of duty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When I was still in Oregon as a reporter. And my mother, when I got this offer to go to LA to be a reporter, my mother and father did not want me to go. Ann, we've already lost one child. We can't lose you. And I had to think about it. And I said, at first I said, of course, because I could see their suffering. And then I realized that to not risk going was to die, was for me to not be alive. And I made a decision, and that decision has stayed with me ever since, that I could not quell, I could not diminish who I was going to be and what my life was going to be because of fear. Fear is the enemy.
Oh, yes.
It is the enemy.
Oh, yes.
And it's the enemy now today more than ever. We live in a time of fear. And I would say that to anyone listening today, that you must battle fear and embrace possibility. Embrace faith, if that's possible for you. Embrace hope. And certainly embrace the goodness of your fellow human beings, especially your family. and have that drive you, push you to the life you're supposed to have.
That's it, man. You've got to walk into that fear. Do you ever kind of crack yourself up? You're on the Today Show, and you're talking to millions of people, and it's a very important chair. Kind of go, wow. You ever overwhelmed with the success?
Once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I work with terrific people.
Except for Matt.
No,
you carry him. You carry him on his shoulders.
No.
It's embarrassing. You strap him to your... I mean, he can't even barely read. They have special people
You
who
and
help
I
him
both know
read.
that Matt is one of the most decent, charitable, generous, smart guys.
He's where he is for a reason.
So the thing is, when you're
not a very good dresser, though. Can you just come clean right now and say once and for all, I'm a much better dresser than him?
I think his shoes and his socks and his underwear probably match. I mean, I don't know that for sure.
I would guarantee that. I don't know that for sure. Yeah, but I think overall, I think
you do very well. Don't worry about it.
Much better than him.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Ann Curry, you're a delightful inspiration. That's what the show is all about. I could sit with you for hours and hours and hours. Keep up all the fantastic.
Deal. Come back to the Today Show and we'll sit some more.
You know what? I always get in trouble when I go on there. So Ann Curry, news anchor for the Today Show, an all-around delightful person. More Big Idea Straight.
Business is vision, recognizing opportunity and having the guts to do what you love. In tonight's Moment of Clarity, Today Show news anchor Ann Curry reveals her top secret for success.
There were people smarter than me. There were people better writers than I am. I'm not saying I'm not a good writer and smart. I'm just saying that there are people who just excelled. But the one thing I had that I would say I had more than anybody else was just sheer determination. And also, I would add to that a clarity of where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do with it.